morning. Distinguished guests, honorable colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ngo Bao Chau. I serve as one of the co-chair of this conference in capacity of scientific director of the Vietnam Institute for Advanced Study in Mathematics, the local host of this conference. On behalf of Vietnamese scientific committees, I would like to extend our warmest welcome to all of you. The VIASM is quite a young institute. It has been founded 6 years ago. It had the vocation to serve as a platform for research in mathematics and applied mathematics. From the very beginning, we have been trying to emulate prestigious place around the world, like the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton or Max Planck Institute in Germany. In serving as a platform for and help organizing conference, workshop, seminars on topics related to research group working in our institute. Asiacrypt is one of the three biggest international events in cryptology and information. Being aware of the importance to attract young, bright mind to the field of cryptology in this country. We also organized a winter school last week to take advantage of the presence of some of the leading experts in cryptology. The winter school has been very successful. It has attracted 71 students from 17 countries with sponsorship of SIMPA. We have been able to host 30 international students. Yesterday we had a great privilege to host the public lectures of Professor Adi Shamir, with almost 200 young students attending to that event. We really appreciate the support of the Vietnamese government for this conference, in particular Ministry of Education and Training, Ministry of Information and Communication, and of Science and Technology. I especially thank Professor Chen Van Nhung, the General Secretary of the Office of Professor Title in Vietnam. I'm also very grateful to the sponsors of this conference, in particular Ethereum, Microsoft, Intel, Google, Cisco, and technology company in Vietnam like Viettel, ECPay, Microsoft Vietnam, VP9, FPT, EHN. We also appreciate the generous sponsorship of the Vietnamese Bank of Investment Development, who has been a strategic partner for many years to support this conference and many other activities of the VIASM. So I do believe that this conference will provide you with a great forum to exchange scientific ideas, inspire new research, as well as resulting new contacts for closer cooperation. I also wish you a pleasant stay in Vietnam. May I now introduce Professor Phan Duong Hieu, the other co-chair of this conference, who will give you more insight about the conference.
So, good morning, everyone. So, welcome in Hanoi. So, as my general co-chair mentioned, we prepare this conference. I'm sorry. Không có ban chiều anh. Okay. So, it's low crypto. It's not high speed. Okay. So in waiting, you can see the center of Hanoi. So as mentioned by Ngo Bao Chau, we do free preparation for the conference, but the original ideas is invoked in Vietcrypt 2006, 10 years ago. And at that conference, you can see the picture, the general chair, not me, my father, and Jacques Steck present here. And at the end of the conference, Jacques Steck, Serge Vaudenay, and Tatsuaki Okamoto suggest me if we can organize Asiacrypt. So we really want to organize the first conference in IACR conference in Vietnam, but we also want to take this as an opportunity to promote the local research in this domain. So it takes time. So now I think that we have some small research group in Vietnam, and so I think this is a good moment to organize Asiacrypt in Vietnam. And so we are very happy that there are a lot of participants. We are 256 participants from 35 countries, and you can see top 5 countries. And we break a record on the number of Vietnamese participants. So, and we break it in a non-negligible margin. Because the previous record was 3. Okay. And so for the functionality of the conference, all the talk will be given in this area. For the plenary talk, we have 2 ballrooms, and then after break, we will split the room into 2, and so we have a 2 sessions. And you see the camera here. It's not for surveillance, but for recording your talk, and you input on the YouTube channel. And we will also do the live streaming, and we prepare 2 functional rooms on the first floor, so under this floor. And so we will put the screen, and we do direct transmission of all the talk of the conference into this room. We know it's you can sometimes do the private meeting to do reversion of Eurocrypt, etc. So you can work on this functional room. But I do hope that you stay in the main conference room. And so for the excursion on Wednesday, it's exactly at 2 p.m. and we will visit the Vietnam Museum of Ethnology and Thăng Long Water Puppet. We did reserve the whole theater, and so we still have 70 available place. And if you have some friends in Hanoi, you can just to say to me, and you can invite them as well. And so now for the RAM session. So we would like to thank Stephen Gambright for accepting this role to run the RAM session. And so you please send him the submission before 6 Tuesday. Okay? And so he put the rule that the limit of the talk is 7 minutes, and then you only allowed to put 10 slides. You can put more slides, but then we will randomly remove your slide, so that is remain 10 slides. And so here, lastly, we can do many things. We have sponsor for gift, for excursion, etc. And we would like to thank again on the sponsors that were already named by my general co-chair. And so here you can see the logo of Asiacrypt. So you see here is the S is the shape of Vietnam. And so here is IACR. So Vietnam and IACR collaborate to organize this conference. And lastly, I use the most CQ pseudo-random generator to put on this binary code on the picture. But this last yesterday, so I found a distinguisher for this number. In fact, I found it on the internet, and I put on this number, and I convert it to string. And then it's become Welcome to Asiacrypt 2016 in Hanoi. And my special thanks to program co-chair of the conference. They did a huge and great job for the conference. And please, Jung-hee Jeon and Shuashi Takagi. And Jung-hee will give some words.
First, one question. The tour is Wednesday or Tuesday?
The
Tour is Tuesday. Tuesday. Okay.
The RAM session.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Asiacrypt 2016. This is Jung Hee-chun from Seoul National University, a co-chair of Asiacrypt 2016 program committee with another co-chair, Professor Tsuyoshi Takagi from Kyushu University. This year, we received 240 submissions from 34 countries. Among them, the program committee, consisting of 43 leading experts from all over the world, selected 67 papers. The review process was made through double-blinded peer review by the program committees and then 309 external reviewers. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the PC members and the external reviewers. May I ask you, those who review a submission in Asiacrypt? None? Please. Yeah. Please cheers them with big applaud. Without their effort, we could not have this wonderful conference. The program committee selected the work faster fully homomorphic encryption, bootstrapping in less than 0.1 seconds by Ilya, Nicholas, Maria, and Malika for the Best Paper Award of Asiacrypt 2016. 2 more papers were solicited to submit full versions to the Journal of Cryptology. One is Nonlinear Invariant Attack, Practical Attack on Full Screen and Ice Cream and Midori 64. The other is Cryptography, Clipping the Power of Cryptographic Attacks. The program of Asiacrypt 2016 featured invited 3 excellent talks. Nadia Henninger will give a talk on the reality of cryptographic deployment on the internet. Hwee-taek Wee is going to speak on advances in functional encryption, and Neil Koblitz will deliver a lecture on cryptography in Vietnam in the French and American wars. As before, the conference also featured a traditional rump session that contains short presentation on the latest research result of the field. Please participate in the rump session and enjoy the pleasant and exciting atmosphere. Would you like to thank Dr. Stephen Galbraith for preparing and chairing the rump session. Let me conclude the remark with our deep, great appreciation to the General Co-Chair Ngo Bao Chau and Phan Duong Hieu for their effort and this wonderful organization. It's time to enjoy Asiacrypt 2016. Thank you.